Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Grant. We've just returned to Whitehorse, Yukon, up by Alaska in Canada, from a great 3-week vacation to the South Island of New Zealand, arranged by First Light Travel. Anybody who's thinking about going to New Zealand, there's lots of ways you can get around. You can go on bus trips, and you can go on renting a car and going out. But we chose to go by public transit, and one of the reasons we like going by public transit, at least from my perspective, is Kathy's not sitting there saying, "Oh, look at that," and I'm meanwhile driving down the road, white-knuckling it in a foreign country where they drive on the other side of the road. I won't say it's the wrong side; it's the other side of the road than we do. But not only that, you get to meet people on the buses and the trains, and I think some of those were some of the highlights of our trip.
I think so. The bus drivers were incredibly knowledgeable, filling in little gaps, little things that you wouldn't have gotten from a tour guide book. You may have gotten it from a tour guide, but you certainly didn't get it from reading a book. And you just got a real insight to how the real people are and how life really is there.
We were at a bed and breakfast having some breakfast one morning, and we were telling them about some of the things the bus drivers had told us. And these people were driving around New Zealand, and they're going, "Where did you learn that?" Well, we got on a bus and we talked to people and the bus driver, and as I say, New Zealanders are more than happy to share their country and tell you all about it.
I think the other thing was staying in bed and breakfast also gave you another insight into how real life is. Staying in a hotel is one thing. It's okay. You know, you meet the people at the front desk. But staying in bed and breakfast certainly gave us another idea, another vantage point of how real life is there.
Now, the service from First Light was just exceptional all the way through. I don't know how else to explain it. Right from word one, we got to New Zealand, well, arranging the trip. I mean, they were very patient with us, made sure that we had everything we wanted. But we got there, the documents were right there at the bed and breakfast when we got there. All the things were right on time. First, really good things to see and do. The accommodations were wonderful. I mean, they really know New Zealand. There wouldn't have been one of the activities that they had arranged for us that I would have said would be poor. I mean, they all were great. They really knew their stuff.
Yeah, it was really good. Everything was, didn't feel rushed. The timeline was generous. We had lots of time to go and do things, lots of time to sort of kick back and explore things on our own. Taking the trains, taking the buses, and going that way was definitely the way. Well, it's the way we like to travel, and it was definitely the way to see New Zealand.
It works for us. And if you're thinking about going to New Zealand, I would have absolutely no qualms about recommending First Light for you to use.
Absolutely not. In fact, we've told other people that's who's arranged our trip and how we did it, and have given them a little nudge that if you're going to New Zealand, this is the way you need to do it.